Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G, and my friends over at Larson Antenna sent this bad boy here for me to play with. This is a glass mount antenna. We're gonna get it installed and see if it works any better for us. Step one, clean the windshield really good. They sent along some alcohol prep pads. Let's get after it. When you're doing the install of a through the glass antenna, you have to be careful that the window that you're going to install it on doesn't have any metallic content in it whatsoever. Typically your back window has defroster lines, but sometimes your side windows have your radio antennas in them. And the radio antenna for your car stereo will interfere with the radio antenna for your ham radio, so you can't do that. The other thing to worry about is the inside of your window is not the same dimensions as the outside of your window. In my case, if I stick the antenna right up here, there is car pillars behind it, at the A, B, C, the C pillar. So with the C pillar behind that part of the glass, I need to make sure that I don't put it in there. After we get it all cleaned up with the alcohol pads, Larson sent along this Larson Antenna KG Enhancer. So I need to crush it at the dot, which is going to activate whatever the chemicals are that are in there. And you hear it pop, and you put this stuff here on the glass, and you can see it when you're putting it on. Oh, that smells good. And you have to let that dry. On the antenna itself, there is an arrow, and you should mount the arrow pointed upwards, and then on the internal connection, there is another arrow. As long as those two arrows are mounted together, you've got the proper polarization for the internal connection and the external connection. This stuff here is an eye irritant and a skin irritant. Probably doesn't taste all that good either, so don't go licking it, don't rub it all over your hands, don't stick it in your eyeballs, just on the window glass. Let it dry for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get to installing the antenna. In order to install your antenna and make it look pretty, you probably should get a level. On the back side of your antenna is some of that fantastic 3M stick tape, so you just need to peel off, somehow, magically, the backing. There it goes. Peel off the backing, put that somewhere so you don't lose it, and then we'll get this mounted on the car. Somewhat permanent install, so take your time and get it right. You can remove these, and then they do sell another kit of fresh pads, fresh stick enhancer, and more alcohol prep wipes for you. So don't worry if you get it wrong, you can fix it, but certainly take some time to get it right. For the last thing you want to do while you're installing this antenna doesn't look very straight up and down, does it? It's adjustable. Let's get that fixed. And there we go. Almost looks like I know what I'm doing. Let's get inside the car and check it out. This is the inside mount. There's a little arrow up here, and that arrow needs to point in the same direction as the arrow on the outside of the glass does, which makes this coax come sideways. I'm not a fan of that, but it is what it is. It comes down here, and then I have it going underneath the floor mat in the back and down the side. Let's get over to the side. On the side of the car, it is well hidden down here, so you can't even see it. Underneath of this trim panel, you just lift it out of the way and shove the cable underneath of it. It goes down under the floor mat, out the other side of the floor mat, over the transmission tunnel, and up the front. Over here, that coax comes out from the back side of the car, under the mount, up the ram mount, and into the back of the radio. And this ram mount is connected through the bolt that holds the seat down. Make sure you get the right size bolt and your seat is nice and tight and isn't going anywhere. No matter how hard you jerk on it, your radio is now mounted up where you can see it as the driver. Up here on the business side of things, let's plug in the radio and see if we can get a repeater with it. Kilo Mike 9 Golf, listening on the 2585 repeater. There you go. Open the repeater, got the tail, everything's good to go. From the last video, this is using the ICOM 705 mounted on the ram mount stalk, connected with the microphone through the gear keeper. All right, so there is the Larson antennas through the glass antenna for 2 meters and 70 centimeters. It is hooked up inside of my Jeep Cherokee. Pretty straightforward install. You saw that it works by opening up the repeater. That repeater is over in White Bear Lake, is probably the one I'm hitting from Luck, Wisconsin. If you look up White Bear Lake, Minnesota to Luck, Wisconsin, you'll see how far away that is. And no fuss, no muss. If I want to take it off, I can take it off and install it on another car. No problems there. There are links in the description down below as to where you can get one of these antennas for your car. I'm going to get out on the road and play some radio. There's a video right over here I think you'll enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. We'll see you in the next one.